So each to their own. Traditionally roll the dice out of the cup. What was an 11-point match seems to have just become a 13-point match, so I just need to confirm that is the correct length. Just changing the clock. So it is a 13-point match, not an 11-point match. Hands have been shaken. We're about to get underway. So, as a reminder, Arash with red checkers, Umur with black checkers, 13-point match. Let's see what we can produce in terms of backgammon magic this afternoon. So in London it's 12:20, I believe. Local time is 2:20 in the afternoon. Umur is not using a battle box, but Arash is, so that's fine. Followed by a 6-5 response, so no excitement yet on standard play. And 5-4 will be easy to play. And split. No real decisions required as yet. Ball 2 is a great roll, so he's going to make the 11-point and the 4-point. Slight freeze. And here we go. 6-2, so very quickly he'll make his opponent's bar. There's really been no decisions at all yet. 5-2, so even now probably no decision because you'll play 2 down. Yeah. 4-3. So it's not generally. So you can duplicate 2s here by playing 13 to 9, 24, 21. It's a real duplication of 2s. He's probably quite pleased he didn't. 6 and 2, yeah. That might have been duplication for duplication's sake. Right. 2 and 1. Again, should not really creep up, although he's beginning to run out of time with the rear checker, and he has a strong home board to protect any potential hits. Now that is an ugly roll, the 6-2. It looks like he's going to have to play 2 down. You could play 13 to 5. I prefer 2 down. The reward is much better here. If he hits with an ace, he has to go up midpoint. So here's the ace, but he will hit, and then we'll continue to the 8-point. Additional blocks. So logic says 12 to 8. Yeah. He stayed on the bar. That was a very quick decision on the pass. Red still has to escape a checker. Black has the security of his opponent's bar point. So, you should always follow Moshi's rule. Moshi's rule says that you should take a minimum of 12 seconds over any doubling decision, and no matter how trivial, just to check that you've got it right. Your doubling decisions are the most important decisions that you will make during the course of the backyard match. So why not take the time? You've got 26 minutes. There is no rush here. The cube is incorrectly placed, so I hope they'll spot that in due course. The cube should be in the center. 3-1. This is easy to play so far. 4-2. Now, do you? Oh, yeah, you can make the 4 point. Yeah. No need yet to creep up. If he's thinking about the cue roll there. Can't see the second dice. Two, I think it's is it double two? Double two. So now he can make his own bar point, which looks good because the rear checkers should not have a huge trouble in escaping. He could have played up to his opponent's 5 point. But I don't see the point in this, to be honest. Yeah, if you're offered a 6 point prime, I think you should take it. Now, black can run away with any useful 6. And this is a relatively defensive move. 5-1. Well, this is going to be, it's going to play itself. So there were pros and cons for that double two, and it was an interesting play. Obviously, we don't have an XG feed for this commentary, so I have got XG mobile on my iPad, so if we ever get the time, we'll have a look at it. This does not look like a double. Those points are all stripped bar the midpoint. The race is relatively close. So let's just do this. 13. So 4-2, and again, make the 9 points quite useful because that is part of the 6 point prime if you can fill in the bar point as well. Black, simple. Fives will be useful. 4-2 is very useless. So this is really the only sign. He could have given up the 8 point, given the fact he's got the 2 point. I'm not sure that the 8 point has a huge amount of value, and here comes the cube. And another insta drop. So Umur has made 2 very, very fast cube decisions. Now, if you're very confident in your game, that's great, but backgammon is a very complex game, and you need to think every time you're cubed. That's why you're given 26 minutes. So now he's losing. It's correct to make the 2 point with a 6-4. 3-1. He's rolled a lot of early 3-1s. 5-4. That's very poor because you can't do anything with the back. So your opponent's made the golden point with 3-1. 5-4 is not a great roll. Double 6. This is going to be another insta cube in a minute. This was going to be double pass, probably, unless black can do something useful. 6-1 is not good, so he's going to play 9-3, 24-23, and then have a little think. At least I imagine that's what. He's thinking about the ace. Certainly not. You've got to do something to mobilize the back checkers. So there is, yeah. So now the question is it a double? This is actually double pass. The fact that black has made his 2 point is not great. It removes the priming possibility as a game plan. his opponent is only a couple of pips up in the race, but Black's structure is very, very weak. He doesn't have an anchor. He's already made the 2 point. He's got a blotting of the board, and all of those things add up to make this. It's probably borderline in terms of double take. He's passed the first two very quickly. This one he's taken, so that's excellent. Now we get a more interesting game. 6-1. So this looks like 13-7, 6-5. Oh, it's gone for the double hit. It's an interesting variation. Let's put it back. So are you priming or blitzing? You've now got 11 checkers in the zone after the play with a nigh on perfect structure. This is the really aggressive play. Computer quickly put that into XG, hated that play. The correct play was 13-7, 6-5. Is one something? The 6-1 was an overplay. You're winning the game. Keep the structure. 2-1. Now again, Black at some point is going to have to. Oh, sorry. There's a red checker on the 24 point. Now you hit and split, I would imagine. You play 3-1 hitting, so that's a diversion tactic, and then split the rear checkers so as to get them moving whilst your opponent is on the bar. And 25% of the time, he'll stay on the bar. You don't want red here, so I like this one. And then I think you are going to hit. Yeah, okay. So it's a deflection play, a diversionary tactic. 2-6 stays on the bar, 25% of the time you stay on the bar. 5-3, interesting roll. Can't do anything with the check on 23 points. So you can play 13-5 or 13-8, 24-21, or just run away. This is probably okay, I would imagine. This gives a one, I don't know what the other number is. I'm sorry, we missed a couple of screen froze for a moment there. 4 and something. Again, we've got glare on the dice, so I apologise for this. I'll just actually ask the guys to get the players to centre the dice after each roll if possible. This looks like 1-4. 4 is pretty messy. I'm going to hit 5-1, I would imagine, if it is a 4. The black. 2-6 from the bar. I think you come interesting. I might try for the bar point anchor there, I think. Yeah, this looks better. Black has to do something to improve his position. 4-2, going to hit. Now, which one do you hit? You probably hit this one, the home board checker. Yeah. Secures a lasting advantage, and Black really desperately needs an anchor. Fails. So now 2's hit, lots of other combination numbers hit. 5-5, that's And how do we get to there? We don't. Okay. Right, so we can play you can hit on the ace point, but that doesn't look great. You can play 21 to 1, hitting again. He's going for the super blitz. If you're doing this, then you're coming down with 2. Because you need checkers in position to execute the blitz. A halfway house here. You have to commit to the full blitz. This is an alternative play, but I still prefer 13 to 8 going all out to execute the blitz. So this is the other play. Play 21 to 1, which maintains the strength of the home board. But red still has a lot of checkers to bring around the board. Slightly prefer this play. I think this is a difficult play. So this is the other play, which is the all-out blitz attack. Going for the sort of halfway house play. It's not unreasonable. Again, it takes time. Now 2s, 4s, 6s all hit. That's 2, I think. Or is it 4-1? So black desperately needs a 2. Without that, it could well be history. 3-1 is not great. Now only 5 or 6 will be hitting. And 6 is clearly a hit. I don't know what the other number is. Good play with the 6. Now what's the other number? 1. Okay, well, yeah, it's reasonable. Again, black desperately needs a 2. 5-1, they're good. Now only 5 for red. 2-1. Brings some of the other red checkers closer to the next point that you want to make, and gives black a devastating double 5. You can play 13 to 10 or 13-11 like this. Play 5-1. I think he's found with 5-1 3 times. Now any 3 or 8. Oops. Just briefly lost the screen. Double 4. 1, 2. 1, 2. You can come to the 5. All right. So obviously he's made the 2 point, and now this is basically going to be a gammon for red unless something goes very seriously wrong. Even double 6 doesn't hurt. This is fine. Pretty much any play is going to be fine. You just want to make sure you don't get blocked by high doubles. Give yourself an anti-joker. That shouldn't be too difficult in this position. 4 and something, so 4 should hit. You hit. So if you had a lot of work to do, it would be clear to hit. If you had very little work to do, it would be clear not to hit if the gammon is guaranteed. It looks like he believes that he's good enough. I think that red's just got about enough work to do that I would want to hit this checker here. There's very little downside to this play. Famous last words, obviously, as Umur rolls a 6. 4 and something, 4, 6. Obvious. Double 5, wrong double. 5 and 1, you're going to hit. Probably play 18-13. Or you can lift. There comes a point in time when you're so close to getting checkers home that you can lift, and this may well be the case here. 26 pips to get the rest of his checkers home, which is basically 4 rolls. Obviously, there's the danger that black rolls double 6 at any point in time. You can't pick and pass. Again, there's very little risk with 4 opposing checkers on the bar. Game's going to close in a minute. You'll either lift or cover that, depending on what the dice roll is. 6-5. It's a bit ugly. 5, 6. Yeah, I mean, so close now to getting the checkers home, it's probably not worth leaving the blot. This is a matter of technique. Probably a good decision. 6 there. You can pick and pass with some 2s. 4-2. No. I think that was double 4. Yeah. Back to 4 checkers on the bar. So a couple of big numbers from Red Sharp. Not this one though. 4-1. There's no risk. I don't think you need to take the checker off. The gammon is pretty much guaranteed, so you can play this completely safe. 4-3. Okay, maybe he's going for the backgammon, which is fair enough. 6 points with big double by red would scare black. 5-4s, pretty obvious. 1. Double 4. Okay, black can shortly give this one up. Now we've got. Technically, I think he's already gammoned. He's got 13 crossovers to go. Red has got 6, so it cannot be done. Okay, so Umur's conceded. It's now 6-0. So that gammon came from an incorrect blitz attack by red, but as often happens in backgammon, the wrong move pays off. You have to live with that if you play this game. The dice are going to get you from time to time. Okay. Ooh, screen's gone small again. I think the players are taking their first break. So this will probably be a 5-minute break.
In the heart of the Adriatic Sea,
taking a break,
there lies a magical coastal town where the game of backgammon brings together the world's finest players. Budva in Montenegro. Merit and WBF presents the 5th Merit Open Montenegro Grand Prix, a masterpiece backgammon event with added prize of 20,000 euros donated by Merit International.
First time here 2018, every player who experienced that very first event in Montenegro told us that this destination is one of the best they have ever seen.
The location is very good. I love walking along the sea.
For what I believe, this is probably one of the best hotels I've ever played the tournament.
Backgammon enthusiasts from around the world gathered at this enchanting location to witness a truly unique championship.
This is new experience for me. First of all, are all different backgrounds and different occupations. They are very polite, mostly bilingual, speaking few world languages.
Now we have like 160 participants representing 29 different nations in this championship, which makes it one of the major events of our annual calendar.
Among the esteemed guests were some of the greatest backgammon masters in the world, who came to compete in this unforgettable tournament.
You'll always find a good player where you see harder.
I really like the whole thing. This tournament is very much there.
The tournament here, they part it special for me. I love it. It's just been really great here. Organization was fantastic. Meeting people from all over the world.
If people knew how attractive this location is, maybe there will be more players here in Budva next year.
But the ultimate prize is not just the money. It's the honor of being crowned the champion of the Montenegro Grand Prix.
We go right now.
I hope also you can join us in Budva the next year in 2024. For sure we will be more players and the prize will be more attractive.
The service people get be first class.
Most of the players approach to us to say thank you for our service. So this is our main aim, that people like to stay here. They like country, they like hotel, and most of all they like to go.
See you the next year.
Merit WBF, where the game of backgammon meets luxury and magic. In the heart of the Adriatic Sea, there lies a magical coastal town where the game of backgammon brings together the world's finest players. Budva in Montenegro. Merit and WBF presents the 5th Merit Open Montenegro Grand Prix. A master event with added prize of 20,000 euros donated by Merit International.
First time year 2018, every player who experienced that very first event in Montenegro told us that this destination is one of the best they have ever seen.
The location is very good. I love walking along the sea.
For what I believe, this is probably one of the best hotels I've ever played the tournament.
Backgammon enthusiasts from around the world gathered at this enchanting location to witness a truly unique championship.
This is new experience for me. First of all, these players are all different backgrounds and different occupations. They are very polite, mostly bilingual, speaking few world languages.
Now we have like 160 participants representing 29 different nations in this championship, which makes it one of the major events of our annual calendar.
Among the esteemed guests were some of the greatest backgammon masters in the world, who came to compete in this unforgettable tournament.
You'll always find a good player where you see harder.
I really like the whole thing. This tournament is very much there.
The tournament here, they part it special for me. I love it. It's just been really great here. Organization was fantastic. Meeting people from all over the world.
If people knew how attractive this location is, maybe there will be more players here in Budva next year.
But the ultimate prize is not just the money. It's the honor of being crowned the champion of the Montenegro Grand Prix.
We go right now.
I hope also you can join us in Budva the next year in 2024. For sure we will be more players and the prize will be more attractive.
The service people get, when they see the merit brand in a flyer, they know that it will be first class.
Most of the players approach to us to say thank you for our service. So this is our main aim, that people like to stay here. They like country, they like hotel, and most of all they like to go. See you the next year.
Merit WBF, where the game of backgammon meets luxury and magic. In the heart of the Adriatic Sea, there lies a magical coastal town where the game of backgammon brings together the world's finest players. Budva in Montenegro. Merit and WBF presents the 5th Merit Open Montenegro Grand Prix, a masterpiece backgammon event with added prize of 20,000 euros donated by Merit International.
First time year 2018, every player who experienced that very first event in Montenegro told us that this destination is one of the best they have ever seen.
The location is very good. I love walking along the sea.
For what I believe, this is probably one of the best hotels I've ever played a tournament.
Around the world gathered at this enchanting location to witness a truly unique championship.
This is new experience for me. First of all, these players are all different backgrounds and different occupations. They are very polite, mostly bilingual, speaking few world languages.
Now we have like 160 participants representing 29 different nations in this championship, which makes it one of the major events of our annual calendar.
Among the esteemed guests were some of the greatest backgammon masters in the world, who came to compete in this unforgettable tournament.
You'll always find a good player where you see Arda.
I really like the whole thing. This tournament is very much there.
The tournament here, they find it special for me. I love it. It's just been really great here. Organization was fantastic. Meeting people from all over the world.
If people knew how attractive this location is, maybe there will be more players here in Budva next year.
But the ultimate prize is not just the money. It's the honor of being crowned the champion of the Montenegro Grand Prix.
I hope also you can join us in Budva the next year in 2024. For sure we will be more players and the prize will be more attractive.
The service people get, when they see the merit brand in a flyer, they know that it will be first class.
Most of the players approach to us to say thank you for our service. So this is our main aim, that people like to stay here. They like country, they like hotel, and most of all they like to go. See you the next year.
Merit WBF, where the game of backgammon meets luxury and magic.
Okay, it looks like the players are returning to the scene of action. Reminder, the score is 6-0 to Arash in a match to 13. He's playing the red checkers. Umur is playing the black checkers. There was a couple of interesting positions in that last game, particularly a double 5 that Arash had to play. Which I'm going to look at a little bit later. They will appear in a newspaper column or a quiz column, am I right? Let me see. So I've asked the players, they've been asked to centre the dice after each roll. Let's see if they manage to conform with that instruction. So 6-3 to black. Didn't manage to centre the dice on that one. 5-4 is very easy. Now these are black dice, so it's much easier to see, so I hope that's good for everyone. Two comes into hits 3. 6. Okay, 4-6. So we're just going to get a hitting battle until we establish what is going on in this game. 4-6. So now red is trailing 0-6, and here comes the cube. So most positions where you don't have an inboard point takes, but certainly with black trailing, I think it was a good cube. He's followed it up with a very good roll of 5-3. And red has now found twice. So that's not good. So now 5-4, you're not going to hit on the ace point. I think you're just going to secure the bar point anchor and then play 13 into 9. You shouldn't overplay this. So I like this 4. You could argue for 6-1 here, but you've only got one direct cover number. You can play this as a priming game or a blitzing game. So I like this play. Yeah. Okay. So now the blitz is off, and black now has to probably prime the red checkers. 2-1. Interesting. Okay. Probably right, because other than that, he's playing 21-18, which is a bit passive. You can make the bar, which is not unreasonable. And red is found again. Black needs to get some of those checkers on the 2-point into play. Now, do you make the 3 points here? Or I think you, oh, sorry, 4 point. Yes, then you definitely make the 4 point. 3-2, anchored away. Nice position. 5-1. So he's going to play this as a timing game. I think this is right. He still can't get the checkers on the 6 point and play. 6-5 is an ugly roll. You're just going to have to burn the checker, 13-2. It's fine. Nothing you can do about that. 6-5, probably just going to run the 21-point checker all the way around. I don't. If you hit on the ace point, you are potentially getting one of the checkers back into play if it's hit. There is no blitz, so I don't see the point. That checker is in a bad position. Why would you hit it? Okay, so this basically reignites the blitz, but does nothing about getting the rear checkers done. He's gone for the pure blitz play, which is to make the ace point, hoping that he can quickly get his checkers home before red comes in. The issue will be if red does come in, point holding game forever, and black has done nothing to release the checkers on red's bar point. So I think you just do 21-13 here, it's fine. 3-4, so that's fine. 3, you might as well make the 2 point. No, oh, sorry, you can hit. I'm not sure you want to hit. You're not ready to hit. I don't see that you want some sort of board before you start hitting, so I think this is fine. Hitting will lose many more gammons as well. Now, because of the tactics that black has employed, he stranded the two checkers on red's bar point. Five one, so you just start building points as quickly as possible. 4-2. So when are those checkers on red's midpoint going to start their journey to home? So this is one opportunity. He recognises that they can't stay there forever. So he's missed, and then he'll slot 3 point. So I think I like that 4-2 play. You have to recognise when the time is right to go, and that's been rewarded with a nice follow-up roll, 6-3. Three, so I'll bring the 2 down. Taking 2 crossovers. So 6 and 2, yeah. All pretty standard stuff. Red wants checker. 22-14. Now the alternative is 13-7, 6-4, but blue is about to leave the 10 point and red will get an indirect shot. So 5-2. I think you should go off the 10 point now. Now there are only 4 hitting numbers, and they don't win because of the blotting red's board and the fact that he's only got a 3 point board anyway. So again, I like the play. Even the state of dice, I can't see that. So that's 5. And, yeah. Okay. So the last black checker comes down, plays 6, and then 5-2. So black has got plenty of 4s to play. So 6-1, you come out and swap. And 4 point, yeah. You definitely come out with a 6, provided it's a 6, which it is. 5, this plays itself. Gammon threat is real. It can't waste too many pips. 6-3 is black's only bad number, 6-4 is fine. 2 and something. So there's a few bad numbers, 5-2, 6-2. Now 5-2, there you go. Now, red has got the opportunity to roll 2s. 2s are duplicated, 2s hit, 2s cover. Doesn't look like he's hit. It's 5-3. What's he looking at? You don't want to waste pips at this point. I think you've got to go with 1. Crossover. You shouldn't waste any pips. Seriously weird play. So red is risking a gammon loss here. I don't know what his 1 play was. Double 1, right? So we're going to wash 4-3 twice. You might as well hit because bet 9 times red won't come in, and that will get you closer towards the gammon. Alternatively, you do this and you take 2 more off. That leaves you 6 crossovers. 5 and 1. Well, you stay for 1 probably. It's going to cost you 2 pips. That was a very close decision. I might have taken 2. 6-3. So come to here. Yeah. Now, if black doesn't roll a 3. 6-1. Okay. So he's going to have a roll for the gammon. Go 6-4, 2 checkers in. Right, so any roll, 26 rolls win a gammon, 10 don't. And I missed the last roll. I don't know what happened to it. Looks like he rolled the ace and didn't win the gammon. So sorry, I think the screen glitched there. 5-5 is very easy. One, this is double pass, even at this score. Yeah. So 24 hitting numbers. In fact, the check on the bottom, that was a known position. If the score gets very skewed, then it becomes a take, but not there. So 7-2 to Umur, who's playing very well. 2-1 is standard backgammon, split the back. One. Double hit, standard backgammon again. Quite rare to stand with double 4s. So, is this now? I would cube this at 2-7 now, absolutely. Always assuming I'm correct. Double 4. Chosen not to cube. This is okay. It goes after the 3rd checker rather than trying to contain the 1st checker. Now he's glad he hasn't cubed. That's a good roll for him. 4-1. It's pretty useless. Very useless, in fact. Looks like you're going to have to play. This is a 4. What are you going to do for the 1? Really? So it gives 2s, 3s, 5s, 6s. Takes all the pressure off there. 6-5. 22, 23, 17, and then I mean, you want to play 13 to 8, but he's safety the checker with 11-6. I'll never makes the point. Doing something. 2-1. Okay. Six and 1, so it's just going to play 13 to 7. So he's got an attacker ready to have a go at red. 2 1s, plays itself. Now black's way behind, so ideally needs to hit. So this will be the 1. Probably play 13 to 9. You need another cover number. Seems very sensible. Good hit back. 3-1. Ugly. It's going to be 1 and 3 in. Red's very close to cube here, just over the race. It's even more, so he's going to play 6-1. I think we just make the 2 points here. Not quite sure, actually. There's no argument for playing 13-3, no argument for playing 6-1 twice and 20-10. Cubed, I think we play 8-3 here because of the gammon threat. Going for so far, still looking at this, which is good because it could take some time. And then I was looking at duplicating 3s. Good. And this is the other play, basically going to the undouble gammon. The cube has not been turned in this position, so he's gone for the really aggressive option. Two is going to hit. Oh, double 2, sorry. Really. Red will now be regretting his choice for the double 5, I think. You just gives double 3, 3-6, and 2-6. If you come out, I think you've got to come out realistically. You need a spare, you need a traveller. I think you can take the risk of coming out. Now, does so. Roll 4-3. Now, you come up with a 3 or down with the 3. It's another difficult decision. Pulling down with a 3 leaves nothing. The question is the blot on red's, the black blot on red's 2 point, has it got any value, or should he now come up and coordinate his checkers? Interesting decision and a potentially difficult decision as well. See if we can put this in. Cube is still in the middle. I quite like this play because it just connects the checkers, double 6. Now, whoops. Now you've got to think about it. Or 2, well, you either play 14 to 8 or you just make the 14 point, bringing another checker into play. I quite like just bringing another checker into play. It must be very close to a cube at this point. Again, can't see the roll. And again, 2-7 down, you should be getting frisky with the cube. I think he's having a little think here. This already looks... I think black wins too many gammons for this to be attacked. The boards are... in the race. Red is on the bar, and red's going to have some potentially funny entering numbers like 2-4 as well. 3-2 is very clear. If he founds again, I think the cube must come. 2-1, 2. Well, you want to get out of there, so you just come up. Again, you should give some thought to the cube because there are a lot of gammons here. That's a bit of a nothing roll, so you're probably just going to safety the 2 checkers. They go to nice places. And again, red has very little flexibility here. So you should run away because basically it's going to be attacked with any 2, 3, or 11 otherwise. So to go all the way, 7. Probably right, but it's going to be close. So black is 5 pips behind. Marginal no double. So 6 comes out, 3 slots the 3 point. That owning that 14 points has proved beneficial in this case. 6-5, you're probably just going, after 6-5, you can play 13-2 here. So you can play 18-7. The problem is we're playing 13-2 is that the red checker is by no means guaranteed to get to safety next time. So it's effectively it's double jeopardy. I don't see the value in this. You're not going to give your opponent a double shot. He's going to have enough trouble getting those checkers home without you giving him a free ride. I do not see any value in surrounding an ace shot here. The idea is you want to be hit so you can have a shot at the bottom of the 2 point. But I think this is the right play. Okay, so 71 hasn't picked up the dice yet. Still wants to consider the other play. How are they doing on the clock? They've got plenty of time on the clock. I think this is just too big. Red was in enough trouble trying to get the checkers home anyway, so now he's been given the opportunity. Going on the roll here. I think this is 5-2. It's going to be 5, and just make the okay. I think that just comes all the way down. That's a useful place for it to be. And now look at the difficulty red has anyway. He's got 5 checkers. He's got 5-1. It's going to play 13-7. Not going to do anything else, so it's maybe quite an easy decision. don't see, you're not going to lift the block. You shouldn't lift the block because 4 point could be valuable. I can see the duplication in threes. Yeah, this is clearly correct. Now, oops. Black has double this position. I think this is a good cue. Rolled the absolute nuts with a 2-3. So now it has gammon chances. This is running very straight. I think it was a really good cue. I should be applauded for that. Too often we criticise players' poor moves without applauding them for good moves. That was a correct double and a correct take. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Was to save the gammon. So the gammon is going to be incredibly close. And which will be 3-2. I think you just cross the checker. If you don't cross the checker, you leave just double one becomes a bit ugly. 6-3 is okay. Now you really need to get a couple of checkers off here. Well, now you take, and now you take 2 off. You must take 2 off here. Yeah, good play. Gammons count double. Oh, 5. That 5 is very important. So Black doesn't want to see 6-1 or 6-5-1, so that's over. Now it's just a race. Red is a marginal favourite to save the gammon here, but obviously if Black rolls one useful double, Red is going to be sweating. 3-2 is awful, you just bring the checker in. You can only get one crossover, so you play 11-6. Okay, this is also alright because it makes more numbers work in a better manner next time. 2, 1, 2, 3. Probably advance the rear checker. 1, 2, 3. You just want to diversify your numbers, so I think you probably just, this is standard stuff. 6-4. So Black has 6 crossovers left. That's looks like 3-1. So he's missed out on the crossover now. Three, 2. So this is a double 6 only. Oops. I don't need, can you get double 5? No. Okay. 2, so double 6 is the only useful roll. If he doesn't roll, in fact the dice were the wrong way up, you roll double 1. So now it's 7-6. So what was an easy, apparently an easy semi-final for Arash has become a very tight 1-point match. So his excellent double in the last game was rewarded. We are on to the next game. 4-3. So again, if you're winning, you split. If you're losing, you bring 2 down. So this is correct. Here you hit and split, 2-1. Standard response. 2-6 is ugly. Now you can hit as a deflection play here. It takes away 2s as a covering number. I quite like this. 4-3, in and make the point. What was my goal? 6-3. Points on the head. Oh, double five. Fine to think. Now, while his opponent's on the bar, I would actually hit on the ace point. This is a pure play, but it lets red recover. Whilst red has another blotting board, the aggressive play may pay off here. Again, that blot on it's not entirely obvious because that blot on the 2 point may be there next time because really there's only one cover member. I'm beginning to like the other play rather more. I don't like this. Why would he give up the 8 point? Of all the choices that he had there, this is one I dislike most. But Fanny. Now then, he's got ones to hit, and a nice cue. One, 4, 2. Right, so if it's a take, it's borderline. Also, he's dropped already. So okay, there's about to go through the position. But Black wins a lot of gammons, and a lot of gammons tie up the match. Or sorry, get him to 11, which is only 2 away. Looks like the players are taking a second break. So as
In the heart of the Adriatic Sea, their logical coastal town, where the game of backgammon brings together the world's finest players. Budva in Montenegro. Merit and WBF presents the 5th Merit Open Montenegro Grand Prix, a masterpiece backgammon event with added prize of 20,000 euros donated by Merit International.
First time year 2018, every player who experienced that very first event in Montenegro told us that
Right, we are back. It is 7-all. All ready to go. So now effectively we've got a 6-point match. This has been an interesting and well-played match so far. Round of play here is 24-18, 13-10. Seen this a few times during this tournament, what I call the old-fashioned running 6-3. 6-2, now you come out 24-18 and 13-11, duplicating the ace. There's not too much choice here. You can play 13-5, but that's a wrong idea. You need to contest the outer boards with your opponent. You've got the better boards, they are protected against hits. Be surprised if he does. Okay. That's what I think. This is much the better play. I think this is the wrong idea. This is sort of 1980s backgammon. 3-2 would have been missed with the other play. Now red can make the 5-point, but black has escaped checker, so it's well, that starts the while and the 5 comes down. So the position is well balanced. Double 6, so 2 of them are going to do that. Then come down with the 3rd one and out with the 4th one. You could make the 2-point. You need to solve the problem of the back checker. He's down to 24 numbers hit, 12 miss. That's one of the hits, 4-2. Now, one 5, probably going to slot the 5-point. Time to think. It looks like he's rolling. It's clear, you make the bar. Now you have to get the back checkers going, despite the fact that your opponent has got 12 checkers in play. Double 3 is a fantastic roll. 2-3. You just got to think about the 4th one. You play 13-10. Duplicates aces, I think it's a nice play. 2 and 3, you're going to have to come up and fight for freedom. The opponent has got a broken prime, and despite the risk, there is no other sensible serious 3 to be played. Red has got protection for 5-point prime on his own side of the board. Hasn't picked the dice up then. And so he's thinking, you want 3 6s, and his card is only as good as already. Double 3 is going to be easy to play. Now it's going to be a much more interesting decision. Right, so now this is a prime versus prime situation. On average, it will take black 5 rolls, 5.9 rolls to escape that checker from red's home board. Conversely, he has a very good attack on the other side of the board and will win a lot of gammons. But is he going to hit loose? Key question. Prime against prime positions are basically amongst the most difficult decisions in backgammon. The guiding rule is that all prime against prime positions are doubles and takes. He draws 6-5, and he has Q. Difficult decision. But this is actually double and take. Without that overriding guideline, you cannot calculate over the board. In fact, he's dropped. So just recorded that position, so I'm going to we'll look at that one later. So I'll add that to my collection of potential 3, and this is the correct response to the 6-3. In the 6-2, you play 24-18 with the 6. This is a great reply, 1, 2, and then you make the 4-point. Big 2, so you should hit the other number. It's hit or be hit. So this variation you leave for fewer return shot. May well be right. 4 is easy. Hitting. 3, you can unstack the midpoint. So black has got an early advantage here. 2 and 1. Now we get into a hitting battle. Red may well end up with some sort of backgammon. He's already got one with the 1-2. Yeah, he just hit again. Because the position is not yet clear as to what any. So red now has a well-timed, for the moment at least, 2-3 backgammon. Here you can do this. Is this a point you want on a long-term basis? I'm not sure about that play. Like 13 and 10 with a 3, possibly unstack the 6-point with the 2. So these are fine judgments. not always easy to find. Now, this is the problem with his last play. He can't move the rear checkers. So you might as well do this, and you might as well make the bar, I guess. There's even this play. So this is quite a sensible move. This is an attempt to correct his timing. Because Red has a well-timed 2-3 game. You want backgammon is a representation of war, goes on the field of the back. Just making the bar point looks very stiff here. 5 checkers on the 6 point aren't going anywhere unless they're hitting the circulator. So I preferred his first play. The game's got a long way to go. You've got the security of the bar point anchor. So I like the play. You may get hit twice, but so what? 2 and 3. You can hit with 3. You can hit twice or hit make the 4 point. Yeah. The first bit's easy. This is okay because in lots of variations he can read. This way, hope to make the bar point anchor in certain variations. 5-6 comes in with 1. 6-3. So again, could just make the 4 point or can hit and come round. So the good thing for Red is that he doesn't have to commit to that game. So probably the better play is 18 to 15 to 9. This again is a bit stiff in terms of structure. Yes, it makes the point. This is okay. So he's gone for the bar point. So the 3-7 game is a very poor back game. This is the problem with this play. I didn't like it. Come in and come out. Can't see anything else. I'm not going to hit 8 to 2. I'm not going to give up the lose structure. Yeah. Is this 6-5? It is 6-5. It's just going to make the 10 ball. Oh, sorry, he hasn't picked up the dice yet. So he's considering doubling, but there's no real market losers here. I'll just roll here and then. You can do a count, but it's not particularly relevant in this position. Obviously, black is well ahead in the count, but where your market losing sequence is hitting and making the 5 point somehow, the market losing the sequence. You're leading 8-7. So I don't see this as a doubling. I think you should just pick up the dice and roll. It's doubling, so I think this is a trivial take. His roll double 4, which is quite nice. It looks like I would just make the 5 point. I'm going to roll double 4 in this position. But you can play You could make the 10 point and the 2 point. And again, this is an attempt to win a brute force win because red has got 2 other loose checkers, so this is another play. And you can even play positionally and play 18 14 twice. Yeah. So you're going in with all guns blazing, or you're going to play it positionally. Still, at this point, he's only played. Yeah. Right. The 10 point has not a huge amount of value, particularly when you own the 4 point. They can't be part of the same prime. So I don't like that playing. I don't like giving. So I don't mind this play because it gives you long-term equity by owning the 5 point. And red will have to play increasingly carefully. I don't think this is an easy decision by any means. All of these plays are okay. You've just got to decide if you roll something like this on your game plan and then try to execute it. I prefer the 5 point to his hitting play. I just love having the 5 point in these positions. Partly the issue is that the red checkers, black checkers on black 6 point have got very few places to go, but black needs to bring his rear checkers round, and this gives him long-term structure. So I'd be very happy with the partner who wanted to make this play. And it's taken a bit of time on this. But we'll look at the clock. So this is the B option. He still can't make his mind up. If you're going to do 18-10, you probably need to do 6-2 twice to protect all your blocks. Okay, so for all of this, we've made the 5 point. So now we can move on. Level 2, not all wonderful, basically. 1, 2, 3. You make the 4 point. You can play 14-6. You can play. The problem is with black and his 4 point, you have to be a little bit careful because you don't. I think you make the deflection play. Yeah. Take half of your opponent's roll away. Again, this would be my play. The question is it right? I don't know. 3 and something. 3-2. Hitting. So now, if red rolls 2, he has a well-timed 2-3 game. If he doesn't roll a 2, then black is red can make that point. So, double 4. Can't hit anything. So you either play 23-18, clearing the last back checker out. You play 10-5 with another potential attacker for the 2 point. Doing this, maybe you play 10-8. I prefer 10-8 because then I can hit with a 6 without giving up the key point. 2, and now we're in for a long game. 2-4. This is the draw. 5 point earlier is that the two black checkers on the 6 point are not going to take much part in the war for a while. Come and hit. You can make, oh, sorry, that's not true. You can make the 5 point and play 6 to 4. Really, how do you play this? Because red has basically what's called a super time back game. He's not going to crunch, right? So 3-1. Well, I don't think he's going to come off the bar, although he might. You can play 10 to 6. You can play 13 to 10 to 3. Again, what's your plan as red? Your plan is to build some sort of home board and then hope to contain a hit checker later on. Yeah, so you're in a sort of position where nearly everything works. So that's interesting. So he could have gone off the bar, but he's gone off there. Or 2, here I just make the 4 point. If you get hit, it doesn't matter. 13 to 7 is just a bit too big because you'll then have 4 blocks. And black could power his way home by hitting all the blocks. So I'll just start the board, 10 to 4. And that was the play that was made, so that's fine. Now I come off the bar point. Sorry, off the anchor, off the 5 point. The anchor has no real value in this position. We'll try and coordinate the checkers and get them done. I don't like this quite so much. Now my double 4 is going to be a bit weird. This way, double 4 is fine. And again, this is about coordination. The checkers need to be in communication with each other to work well. So I think that was good play. 6-3. So we really can't do anything useful with this rock. Play 13 to 4. So I've made the 4 point twice, and again, it's gone a bit stiff. 6-5, I think we'll probably play 14 to 8 and 18 to 13. Red is not an attacking danger. The 10 point. I don't want this one to be played to the ace point there. This was the play I saw first. I mean, in freak of nature, I don't like that. Again, this is playing for security. I'm not really convinced it's correct. Here I would not hit. I think that's way, way, way too big. If you hit for the board, no, he does not have a board. And he needs to spend time building that board. Five and 1. So now you see the problem really with Aras play. It should have been a higher risk play last time. So now, if you look at the position, what's this, 4 and something? Red has got 4 checkers in his home working, so not going in. 1. Is this double 4? 1? Yeah, it is double 4. In which case, you play 9 to 5, because that's a point you really want to have. And you probably play 18 to 14. I don't think you particularly... You don't want to give black the ability to scoot home whilst red is dealing with a few blocks on the bar. He's gone for the bigger play. 6 is forced. Then probably keep the checkers connected and duplicate 5s. So I'd have gone the other way, having duplicated the 5s. This is 3-1, so this is interesting. So now red is not absolutely committed to a back game. All 3. Oh no, 1-3, sorry. 1-3 is a very good number for black given the situation. 2-4, there's no discussion if that's correct. You just play 15-11, yeah. Now what? 2. Two. This is a very awkward round. We're just discussing putting back the position to the start. So, because red misplayed, black misplayed bringing home the checkers. He's got into some difficulty here with this structure. Now, if you could just roll a 5, we like the 5. Yeah, that's a nice roll. Black needs a 6. 2-1 is not okay. So 2-1, he can only play with 1 block. This is fine. Now red will play 18, yeah, covering the bar point. Now black desperately needs a 6. 1-3 is a start. So come up with a 1, slot the ace point. We've got 5 checkers on the 4 point. I don't like this because in the future there are going to be some nasty coming in rolls. If the black checker is hit, this is a better play. Red's currently got a 2-way game. Ooh, this is interesting. This is very interesting. Now, red is going to overreach himself with this play, or could it lets black escape. The option, so this is the obvious play. 4-1, and 5, and now you've got to pop out with a 6. Yeah. Now this is a huge roll coming up. If black can roll a 2, he can justify his cue, but if he can't roll a 2, life is going to get very interesting. 3-6. So 2s and 4s cover, and here comes the 4 cube. Lovely. This is what we like to see. Bit of action. Probably a take. Red's got a lot of work to do to bring this home. He's not guaranteed to cover the blot in his home board. So this is somewhere where you take 2 or 3 minutes to think about it. Although Umur has only got 4 minutes left on his clock. And he has interesting. Okay, so I think that was a very big mistake to drop. That will have to be looked at later. So starts. So people will get scared of cubes, and Nat Ballard was famously said many years ago that he quite often redoubles to 4 in positions he knows that are not even doubles, because his opponent will drop because of the fear of the 4 cube. 6 is 6, 2 is 2. Yeah, if you play the 2 down, strip the midpoint, so this is fine. It also duplicates 4s. 6, 1. I think you're going to have to play 11, 5, 24, 23 here. You could make the bar, but that's the wrong idea, because that gives black the freedom of the outer boards. Okay, so I'm not completely convinced by this idea. Is that full 3? 6. That's a nice roll. Makes the point. So he's now trailing 8. 6, 2. Well, you're probably going, now, has he left it too late to split off the back? If this is a 6, then, ooh, this is so ugly. I don't think you can really play that negatively. Black got anything? He's only got 1 checker back, but red has a good structure. I don't know what that is, because the dice are going to settle. 4, 1. Okay, now red obviously has a fairly potentially good attack here. 6, 4 is not quite what he wanted, so he's going to have to make the 2 point. And that last position, and the final position of the last game, I've just put into XG, and it wasn't even a double, so it was a massive error to pass. Okay. Now again, red can potentially hit with any 4 or 6. Double 4 is just lost his market up to. Right, so if he fans, he can play on. Okay, so now you can play on. Wow, double 6, just make the point. So this is a real game opportunity now for red. And he will be regretting not having looked at the cube on the preceding move, because if the cube was on 2, that would have been the or has immense power with cube. So although he's leading, he's the one to fear, because 4 points gets him to the match. Right. Okay, so now what have we got? We've got 15 crossovers for red, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 11, 12 crossovers for black. So at the moment, you just keep ripping these checkers off, because black doesn't really have a board. So now you sort of come off the midpoint. That's 6 point. Yeah. This keeps the board for longer if your opponent keeps fanning, which he does. 5-1. I've got an checkers left. 5-2, so now the race begins. In and play, you can play this 2-1. It's going to be very close. And 2, yeah. I would say that one more decent roll. It's 5-2, bring them both in. Yeah. So black needs at least on this roll. That's 7 pips on last thing. Okay. So just a single game, 10-8. And another break. Okay, that gives me a chance to make an afternoon cup of tea. I look forward to joining you all again shortly. Bye for now. Right, hello again, good afternoon. Players are resuming their seats. The second chance final. Arash against Umur. The score is 10-8, which gives Arash approximately 66% chance of winning. And we're off to the next game. This is 5 away, 3 away. Good response. 5 and 4. Oh, 5 and 2, sorry. Yeah, has to split, given what his opponent's done now. One's away. Okay, so been nothing untoward in this game so far. 4-2, you're going to make the opponent's 5 point rather than your 4 point because of the positioning of the black jackers. This is awkward. You don't read, but what else are you going to do? You're going to have to take that risk for one dice. Not going to leave anything. But you want to live on 3 point. You could even play 24-21, so that's a fairly significant consideration. He's got to get out of there at some point. I don't like this play. Why would you leave a voluntary shot? Okay. 6-1. Okay. Now, it's 3-2. Black is going to have to do something about the rear checker. He's got 3 stripped out of order points. So now I think he's got to come up. Now you come up with 3 and then play 8-4. So there's no other blocks lying around. Also, if your opponent points on you, you want him pointing you in the 4 point, not 5 point. 6-3, it's going to be a hit. You can play either 13-4 or 8-2, 6-2, 3 here. So that's fine. What are you going to do next time? Black's going to run away. Always ask yourself, what are you going to do next roll if I play safe this roll? So I much prefer this play. It puts the checkers in useful positions. It duplicates aces. They both end from hit. 6-2 is cocked. 5-1 comes in and hits. That's one accident with a dice there. 5. Now do you hit? You can come in 5 and shuffle 1. You can come in 1 and and hit here. You can only hit both with 4-1. So if you don't hit 405, 123, and 332, 100, yeah, say it has hit, which I think is the correct play and well played. He is rewarded for that play. Now, 1, you're going to safety the other checkers. 2, you can play 12-11 twice. You can play 10-9 twice, or you can play 4-2. The checkers are really working. So you can also play 4-3, 24-23. I like interesting call. Oh, 6-5, just what you didn't want. So you can play 20-9. Yeah. And again, if black doesn't roll the 3 or the 4, you're then looking very strong. 1-5 is not a great roll. Oh, yes. That is just horrible. Now, you have to play 12-6, I think. You can make this 3 point. Use up the 8 point, use 3. So the question is, whatever he plays, does red have a cube? Because he's going to make one of the 2 inner-board points, and that will give black 1 roll and escaping. So, we won. So, you can do this, but then you can do it this way also, and playing 6-5, and then it makes, if black doesn't roll 3, the game will be over. That makes the game a one-shot proposition, where you are a big favourite. Which looks like a good plan. Don't like this. Now the game will continue. I'm not convinced by that play. Twice. So the problem with Arash's last play is he has to play on now. Whereas the other variation, there was a big favourite. Pick something. One, okay. But now instead of having potentially a 5-point prime, he's running the risk of being A, of crunching, B, of not making the point. So 4 and something. Right, so now you've got 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s, which are great. The 2s and the 5s are duplicated. But as red, would you really have wanted to be cubed there? Because I think that was a missed opportunity. Again, because of the anchor, the worst all he has to do is drop the redouble. Double 1 would be a good response. So 3s, 5s, and 6s are good. 3's good. Comes around. So now a reasonable gammon threat for red. And again, that last decision not to cube took no time on it. And he's still got 7 minutes left. So oh, 2s and 5s play, everything else is safe. 2 and 4s, fine. Yeah. 6, 4. Yeah. So Fred can get 2 or 3 more checkers off. 5, 3, I think you do this, you play safe. Keep the win in hand. Black fans. 1. That's a bad fan. That could cost the gammon. 3, 2. That's interesting. He's got an even number of checkers, so this is correct. Yeah. Now really needs to come in. It's done it. 5 and 2. 10 crossovers for black, 12 for red. So it's going to be very close. One big double could swing it either way. Okay, that's fine. Right, red does not want to roll another 2. 6, yeah, don't waste a pip. Don't roll a 2. And 3. Oh, I'm just in time. 2, 3. Probably this. All right, red's going to have 1 roll at rolling a double to win the game. 3, 2 is fine. 1 of 6 rolls he requires. Doesn't quite. we go. So, Arash wants to win a double gammon. Umur wants to win a double gammon. Like 6-5, just run away, I think. Again, keep it simple. You've got, this is going to be down and hit the correct sixes down here. Double 5 now. Here is the undouble gammon possibility. Now, do you bring another checker down, 13 to 8? This has got to, you've got to make the ace point here. I don't like this. Now, if he rolls an ace, I think it's the wrong approach to the position. I'm happy to be proved wrong. Yeah. So that would have been one checker in, one still on the bar, and one paper. Now you haven't got that option. 5-6, I think you just come down. You have to accept your fate. Six out. So not making the 8 there has cost red dearly because he lost tempo. Hit inside with a 5-1, very clear. Not 8-7. Yeah, well done. Or 3, just make the anchor. Oh, sorry, you can hit. You make either anchor. I like this one better. Just 5-6, I think. Out and down. And now down. 3-2, pick and pass. That was not black's best wrong. 5-1, nice roll. The cube's not going in either direction for a while. Good. 6-4. And lay 8-4. This you can do this, but now you're relying on another 6 to free the rear checker. 5-3. Can make the point and come up. You don't want to play 6-3. This is correct. 4-1. I think you can pass probably. Because the one is otherwise either you have to play it too big with 12. You play it too weak with 14-13, so this is the halfway house. You can make the 11 point, or you can play, yeah, this is all right. It sort of blocks a fantastic double 4 for black. 4-3, comes in, comes out. 2, probably 2 off the 8 point. You could make the ace point, but then your defense is weakened. I quite like this. I want to make the 4 point next. 3-2. I think you play 18-13 here. If it hits with the 1, you get multiple return shots. Two and something. Yeah. Pick on the background and maybe it's W2. 1, 2. Yeah. W3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Shortly it'll be time to count the race. Looks like either double, yeah. So, oops. you don't want to open all of your, the problem with this is it's very pure, but it lets red play, because now red can run off the 20 point if he wants to. So it's 40, 66, 80, 90, 110, 104, 110. Mm. 97 for black, so black will be 13 pips up. So running may not be the best idea. It can certainly run off the midpoint, but that obviously takes the pressure off two black checkers on red's 10 point. Quite an awkward decision. I like the purity of my board. The fact that red is behind implies that you stay back a while. But all beautiful things come to an end at some point. Do you stay or do you go, well, this is okay? I mean, red is stripped. Sorry, black is stripped all over the board. So this is, to a certain extent, the natural play. So you've gone with this. 5-4. I think 13-5 was the right idea. 4-3. Now there's only one blot in black's board and black checkers home. So you've got the choice, there's an interesting choice of remaking the midpoint and giving black lots of small numbers, potentially to attack, or you do this and you keep the midpoint. Well, sorry, you keep the 20 point. You just come off. I think you play 13-9, 5-2 here. I don't think you leave the shot anymore. Whoa, double 5, 1, 2, and then off the 8 point for 2 of them. All right. Now what? Double 3. This is going to be presumably quite easy. Black is the trailer and is doubling. It has a substantial racing lead, but this of course doubles red into the match. So this is a massive and key decision. Red will have a much lower take point than normal because the 2 points perfectly for him. And because of that, I think this is actually a fairly easy take. Ooh. Okay, it's passed. I think that was a blunder. Again, if you're red, you're now 11-9 down and your opponent's 2 away, 4 away, which gives him massive cube leverage. If he'd taken and lost, you'd have been 3 away, 2 away, not a huge difference. But the upside when you win in that position is massive. So I think that was a fairly easy take. Now, normally at 4 away, 2 away, let's see what happens. 3-1. The trailer, the person who's 4 away, will quite often double. Well, he will double very aggressively. So if, for example, red roll 2-6 here, that would be a cube. And something. 3-4, okay. 2-3. I think you want this as complicated as possible. So I think this is, in any event, this is the right play. See what red's got. What's the other one? 1, okay. So Umur has not quite got the sort of position he wants. He wants this position, but with the colours you've got. So now what do we got? We've got double 2, 1-2. Making the 5 point is very clear. I think then, I don't like this. I make the 5 point, then I think about the rest. I would do this, and maybe, what could you do with the other? 4-2, then you make your opponent's bar because you're winning 11-9. Although your opponent's got very little to attack with, so you could actually make your own 4 point. Now, I don't mind this, but 3 down, maybe 2 up, 2. I don't hit here because I don't have enough ammunition. He's played 13-8, 3-1. Widowry. Beginning to edge towards the sort of position that he likes. So it's either 22-18, but that gives lots of double hits and an attack, or you unstack that very heavy stack and play 13-9, which I think 3, that's, although it gives 4s to hit. Okay, so he's decided to play with only 2 blocks. 4-1 you hit twice, because that's the nature of this. Oops, slightly frozen, but this is clearly correct. Okay. Double 4. Now this is exactly the sort of position he wanted. Right. So now if red fans, for example, 1 and something. Now you can think about, oh, sorry, he's on the bar, so maybe not. But here comes the cube. I think at this score, it's a good cube. Cubing from the bar, you're much less of a favourite than if you are obviously not on the bar. You may stay out, for example. But black, with that last roll of double 4, has massively improved his position. It's 9-11. So he's doubled and he's taken, which is correct. So black has got a huge amount to do. Okay, that double 5 really helps. Now he needs a 4 or an 8. 3-1. Okay, so now he's probably got his double, which he didn't have before. That 1-6. I think you've got to fight for the anchor. The trouble is, if you do this, what are you doing next? Going nowhere. I think you need to aggressively fight to escape the rear checkers. Yeah? I like this play. This is what I would want any doubles partner to do, is to find this play. He played this. He's played the safe play. Okay. As I said, the problem now, yeah, I think, yeah, this is clear. Black has got 6 checkers back, so 5, and they come up with a, oh, sorry, 5 plays out. 5-3. Yeah. 6-3. Well, you're not going to hit on the ace point. You haven't got enough checkers to execute a blitz, so you're now going to play 18-9, I think. Alternatively, you play 23-14. But the point you really want here is the bar point. And yes, you'd like, yeah, okay, 3. Well, if you're doing that, then you're going to do, yeah. I would keep the 2-5 back game for now, play 18-9, hope to make the bar. If that doesn't work, you can still, this I hate, I really, really hate. No, you can't play this. This. I've forgotten the starting position, so again, Black's position is now very stiff, as I would call it. He may get away with this if Red keeps fanning. So now the second checker goes up. Red has an anchor. Now Black needs a 6. Whoa! 1, 2, 3, 4. So suddenly, from nowhere, Black has a gammon threat. There's coming to hit with a 4. Got to hit with a 4. No other choice. Four, 3. 4. Okay, so now there's a lifeline. Hit the line. What is it? 3-2 very, very, very ugly. I think you've got to play 13-8 here, and then hope to make the 2 point next time. Hitting would just be massively wrong. It's too big. Yeah, you hit with 1 and 6. Okay, game is defined. Can Black check around? Ooh, 6-1. It's awkward. Off to the bar at midpoint. It's fine. Red. 1-6. What a roll. Backgamon's such a cruel game. That's clearly correct. 3 and 5. Fantastic return shot. 1. What's the other number? 2. If it's double 1, you just make a 2 point. Yeah, 3, 4. This is very, very clear. That was a fantastic roll for Arash. Double 2. It's not all clear, is it? You leave, so the first question is, do you leave the 8 point slotted, in which case you play 18-14 twice, putting the pressure on. I like the play, if this is play. All right, nice play. 6-4, great roll. Keep it going. So Red is saving gammons at the moment. 1 and 4, you creep up. I think you creep this way. 3 is duplicated all over the place. 4-3, just bring a checker in, because there's no other excitement we had. You can't hit. That's all fine. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This looks forced. Right, all red needs is a set of boxes, double sixes. 3, 2, just come down. Fine. Right. So red has to play just to lose a single game here. They will get a few freak wins. Now you come out with the 4 because that duplicates the 6s that red rolls in freak circumstances. So sorry, is this red? He's only got 1 minute and 29 seconds left on his clock. Right, the rear checkers aren't moving, just play 95, yeah. So sorry, I hadn't noticed the clock problem. So 5-2. So you can try and bludgeon your way out here and play it 3-1. I'm going for it. The issue is that when you get hit, then you lose a few gammons. So he's down to a minute. He's going to have to make a decision. This looks more logical. I don't really. He won't be favourite to lose a gammon in this position. He's now on 59 seconds. He's going to lose on time if he's not very careful. He needs to make a decision. You can't burn time like this. You absolutely cannot burn time like this. He's used half of his available time to make this play. He's now down to 30 seconds. His opponent. Two. Not quite sure. He played the other 5-2 in the end. He didn't hit. And now he's going to have to play very quickly. 4-1. You can't play this stage, so you might as well hit. That's fine. Now if he gets hit, he's got problems. Oh, no, 3-2. So in 3, smooths with 2, 6-4. 5-1. So here I think you can do this. You really don't want to lose a gammon in this position. You've only got. Okay. So double 6, 6 something. Yeah. Last blue checker is about to depart. No, it isn't. Yeah, I think we do this. That's fine. 4-2, just clear the point. Three, away you go. It takes 25 rolls for red to become favourite to roll double 6. I don't know how many rolls he's had at it, quite a few, but not yet favourite. 6-2 is going to be easy to play. Yeah. Red. Double 4 is force. We've lost the moves there. Might be going for a trap play, but I would just try and win it. Right. Red needs to get a checker out fairly shortly. 6-5, clear. So this is all the hallmarks of a single game, and then we'll be at double match point because the score will be 11-all. Very few, but it gives him some. 5-1. Okay, red's chances running out. 6-2. 6-3. Technically possible, but no, it's surrendered. All right, so both players desperately short of time, so this is going to be a very quick match. Theory says that, that whoever has access to the cube should double on the first roll. This is well known. They haven't got time to play 3 more games, so 6-5. Right, I should double. 4-2, again, should double. 2. So whoever has access to the cube should double. 4-3, split them down. It looks like, unless the cube has already been turned and I've missed it. Yeah. Three, 2. Oops. 6. 1, 2. That's the ace point. There's the cube. Okay. That's, right, this is the final game. This is double match point. 6-5. He's going to have to hurry. Yeah. Just 3 points very quickly. Yeah. Done. Solved. Using. I think you just come out 1-5. I've got 21 seconds on your clock. It's down to 11 seconds. 8 seconds. Hit and make the 8.3. Okay. Now, basically, Umur is on Instagammon. Double 4, 1. You can play 8-4 twice. Sorry, 6-2 twice and 8-4. Hang on with it. Or you could play 6-2 and 8-4 twice. Sorry, I beg your pardon. I think you're already behind, so I quite like this play. And he's now down to 17 seconds. There's the point. Still got 8 seconds left. 2. It's fine. Quick. Okay. He's trying to play purely, which is good. Double 3. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, preparing to clear the 10 point in due course. 6-2, slots a 5 point. Okay. 2-1, lovely roll. Now he needs a 5, 4-1, not that 5. He'd much prefer to run one checker out. That's double 2. You need to be quick, mate. You've only got 6 seconds left. 2-5. That was 2-5. He should have cleared the 10 point. Yeah. 4-2, clear the 10 point. So, now red must clear one checker out. Okay, black has now got all his checkers in. So, purely a straight race with a little bit of contact. Keeps rolling 6-2. Double 4, 1, 2, and then 3, 4, absolutely perfect. Double 2. 2, 3, 4. 1, 4. Yeah. So we've still got one spare two left on the other side. That's good. To go with any 6, 5, 1, you can stay. Yeah, correct. Do 1, take. Oops, stop. 4 and something. That's too quick. So you've got 8 seconds left, 12 seconds left. Here's goal double 2, that's awkward. Right, any 3 for red for some excitement for the spectators. 6-5, that's going to be the end of the match, I'm afraid. And he has in fact conceded, so well done, whoever. There's 7 seconds left on the clock. You have reached the final of the tournament. So thank you all for listening this afternoon. I hope you have enjoyed it. Not sure what else is on the schedule for today. Obviously the main final is tomorrow. We'll get a time on that in due course. Attention, hope you enjoyed the streaming, and we will see you either this evening when Simon and Barge will be back, or tomorrow for the final when we'll both be there. So bye for now.